if you are a Democrat and you watch Donald Trump getting this liberty to violate all these rules, government rules, in relationship to law and order, in relationship to the presidency and their conduct, violating them all, found guilty in most of them, and yet given a rein to go right back through the process again, guilty, has not been sentenced, waiting until he steals the election and set himself free. When another young man, I just have to compare them a little bit, who was innocent until found guilty. He's been charged, but innocent until found guilty, is locked up in a small environment, not a threat to the nation, but a threat to a great potion. But this other man is a threat to the nation, and he's calling everybody else a threat. You know, it makes me think that when I listen to the Democrats fear what Donald Trump will do to them, and rightly so, they say we got to get out and vote. We got to overwhelmingly, So for some strange reason, this guy is still running. So overwhelmingly, the American public has got to get out and vote, make sure that even when he tries to steal this election, he won't be able to do it. It reminds me how important certain things are to people. And I was thinking that when you start talking about what's proper and what's good and what's loving and what's righteous and just, it makes you wonder that when the first lie was told, what if those involved saw it as they see the threat of fascism advocated by Donald Trump? If they saw a lie just that dangerous and resisted that lie with everything required. The same thing when it came to cheating. Resisted it, saw that it was no good for justice, no good for the love life, the life that everybody dreams of. Nah, when they saw how certain conduct created hatred amongst the people, they would not accept it. I mean, I can see love say, get back. Just like they telling Trump, get back Trump. Trump wants to put people in camps and, all of the ugly, nasty things that history has proven that they do. Get back. That's what the Dems are saying. When righteousness was saying, this racism, get it back. We don't have any place for it. But all of that was overcome by lying, cheating, stealing, everything from one extreme to the other. From the earliest lie, deception, all the way to terror and war. And now fascism, where you don't even have to be killed by outside parties. You're killed by your neighbors. You're killed by your brothers and your sisters. What kind of system of government is that? Nothing that love would have anything to do with. So, what are you going to do about it? If you fail and he steals the election, what are you going to do about it? This man, whom you have said has no relativity whatsoever with the American public, as you claim to be, and he steals this election, what are you going to do about it? Fall in line like the Russians did? Fall in line like the Italians did? Fall in line like the Germans did? Is that what you're going to do? Fall in line? I'm about to say, we shall see. Here's the point, ladies and gentlemen. The reason that I mentioned that is because it is obvious. But I don't just want to end there. I want you to know that you, every individual in America, black and white, male and female, young and old, are uniquely special. You are as important and as dynamic as any tree. And you know a tree got power. And every last one of you got power to represent who you really are. The key thing of it is, if you want to increase that power, is be a lover. A lover. Someone that is welcomed. Someone that is appreciated. And that's a very simple matter. Somebody I heard say one time, just do your business or stay out of my business, something like that. But the key of it is to have a business. Have something that you came into this earth to do, to be about, and knowing it. Now, you don't know that. You don't know that because this is a part of the conversation of life that most of us have been denied. But you are. Every person, every human being on earth, if you ever hear this, believe it. You are dynamic. You are not dynamic when you're trying to be someone else. You are not dynamic when you start listening to others over your own guidance. You become a whipping broom, whatever. You're not you. In order to be dynamic as you were made to be, you got to be you. And you came on this earth to contribute. You came on this earth to do something. And when you know what that is, and the way to identify it is because it gives you your greatest joy when you're doing it. There's nothing else that you've done that excites you and takes you up to that highest high than that which you were given to do. And that takes away all of the time that you have to do anything like embracing lies and cheating and all that other kind of stuff. You're enjoying life. And what you're doing is required, it's necessary. The people amongst you have determined that these things, whatever it's producing, are absolutely essential for this satisfied life. It gives you your needs, your wants, and your desires. You're not suffering for anything. Living in peace, being prosperous and free and joyous and happy, and living your dreams. And what are you doing? You're allowing that spirit, the spirit that is responsible for the existence of this earth, that you can't see it, but you see this earth. The spirit that is responsible for the resources of this earth that we use to do everything that we do. You can't see that, but you see the evidence of it. So you allow that same spirit that cares enough to give an earth to us, that same spirit that cares enough to give us resources, that same spirit that gives us this joy in doing what we do. Let that spirit live in us, benefiting us and what we do to others, just like all of the other things that the spirit has caused to happen. And it's a simplified life. You don't hate, you don't do any of those other things. You don't have to do any of those other things. And so it appears to me that any human being that's trying to be worthwhile would try to come over to that side of thinking, that side of growth, that side of development that attaches you to everyone the same, loving. Thank you, my brother, my good and faithful servant. Well done. All of this rather than killing, rather than lying, rather than hating and walking around with guns, threatening people. Come on. We are better than that. You're better than that. I'm so sorry you don't know that yet. But I hope you get a chance to learn it real soon without getting beat upside the head, but by something nice happening to you. Thank you.